How we doing?
Ask questions, Coach. Let me, after they got the first couple of turnovers Saturday night.
You say after the first couple,
After your first couple of turnovers.
uh, you say after we took the ball away 2 times? Takeaways? All right, keep going.
Right. The cameras cut to you, and you had a nice smile on your face, and for lack of a better term, it looked to me like you were a proud papa. How would you describe it?
Well, it's something that has to be done to me if you say that you're playing good defense. You just can't play even and rely on punts and things like that. So, yes, that's an emphasis that we put every day we're coming out here. There's a certain amount we would like to get, and to see the guys be able to get that done and see what a takeaway does. Of course, putting offense in good position, momentum, all of that. So there should have been a smile on all our faces with that one, and that's something we need to be able to do throughout the season.
What did you see from Tommy was really way he's running to the football?
One more.
What did you see from the way Tommy was running to the ball?
The way who was running to
Tommy
Kruger Hill. All right, Camus. All right. He's been like that since he got here, really. Came from a similar system. We thought that he would fit in well. He's been a great special team player, of course, throughout his career. But football-wise, we didn't play Zach. He backs up Zach Cunningham. But to see him make plays like that is pretty special, and I know he'll keep doing it. We're really pleased with how all of our linebackers played this first game. Yes, no problem.
What do you think about the potential of Lonnie? Like, now that he's been here a little while?
He's a good football player. Eric Murray and, of course, Justin Reed have been, they're good players and been locked in. Lonnie's missed a little bit of time for certain reasons, but he's back out. He's healthy, and you've seen in practice he's showing up each week. He's a prototype safety, perfect size. He's got good range, has good hands, but he needs reps, and he's getting those, and he should only get better and better.
Can you talk about the defensive line, what you've seen from the D-line so far, and how you feel about that?
Well, it all starts up front for us with the defensive line, and we have some numbers. First off, we have good training camp competition, legitimate training camp competition. So all the guys are going to get reps, and they showed up. I thought we played the run well. It starts up front, playing the run, being gap sound and playing hard, running to the ball. They did all of that. And when we get in situations to rush the passer, we wanted to see the guys just not a lot of blitz in the first game, see them rush the pass and passing downs. And Jonathan Grenard, Jacob Martin, a lot of the guys did a pretty good job with that.
Speaking about the blitz, not much blitzing, last time you said this is not going to be a defense that blitzes a lot. The philosophy of that, I'm curious from your point of view, like getting pressure on quarterbacks and such and not blitzing. What is your philosophy?
No, that's not. You must have misunderstood me. We, as far as blitzing is concerned, we don't want to have to rely on blitzes to get pressure.
Okay.
We're basically a coverage team, but we would blitz. No, well, maybe you should get that out to our opponent that we're not going to blitz. That may be a good thing, setting them up a little bit. No, I believe in blitzing, but again, we don't want to just rely on that. And in the preseason games, we want to win the football games, but we want to see guys get in one-on-one situations and see exactly what we can do if we can win without blitzing. In an ideal world, we have a four-man front. You would like to be able to get pressure with your four guys, and the only way to know if we can do that, of course, is put them in as many of those situations as possible right now.
Lovey, what have you thought so far? What have you thought about Malik Collins, and how much has his experience in another fourth-year really?
We're very pleased with what Malik has done. We brought him here to do that, though. He's a good football player. He's our profile for our under tackle, 3 technique. A guy with size. He's a 300-pounder with loose hips. He's athletic. He can rush the passer. Those situations of one-on-one. To me, it can be a good defense if you get your 3 technique one-on-one with the guard. Malik's going to win most of those, and that's a pretty good defense for us. But pleased with what he's done in practice. I can't wait to get him some game work.
Lovey, now that you've been with this team for a few months and you're a few weeks in the training camp, how have you found, and you've been through everything in the NFL and college football, but how have you found it personally, just getting back with these guys, being able to put your stamp on that, also watching them mature and grow, and just this whole process is so rare in football?
Well, I know it's coach talk, but I'm going to give it anyway. It's been rewarding, been a lot of fun. Our guys, you've had a chance to be around them. They show up every day. They take coaching. They're like a sponge. They're hungry and just buying into what we're doing. And then to just see, it's been, 3 weeks or so now. We're getting to know each other a little bit better, but I like the process. You got to like the process. We know where we need to get, but the grind of training camp seem like they like it because we haven't had a lot of guys miss. I mean, not a lot of injuries, and as you can see, we sweat every day. You have training camp in Houston, you sweat every day, quite a bit. So I've loved it.
When you think back to a couple more guys, St. Louis, Chicago was obviously different, Tampa. How is this situation different compared to those, or what makes this more appealing from a coordinator perspective?
Oh, I have a short memory. I can't tell you about too many old girlfriends, it's about now, and I just know that this opportunity was something that I really look forward to from afar. And now that I've been here and we've gotten a chance to go through everything, the competition, each day, I like where we are. It's probably universal that we're the underdog in the NFL, right? So we kind of like that position too. Eventually they're going to, the score is going to really count, and we'll be ready.
What have you thought about two of your younger guys, Roy Lopez and Ross Blackman? What did you see from them?
They showed up, starting with Ross first. We talk about Malik Collins at the 3 technique. Ross is the same thing. He's athletic. He played the run well. He can rush the passer. So we like what he did. And Roy Lopez, too. Not just a sack, but we've been seeing those same things from the guys. Bobby King and Alan Smith do a good job with them, but we've been seeing those things from them daily. We have some young players that have potential.
What have you thought about the synergy and the chemistry that has developed within the coaching staff?
I think it's been good. I mean, that's what you expect. When David Culley, is going to put together a staff, as he was putting together his staff, you know what kind of guy he is. You know what kind of guys he's going to have on his staff. And I know I've enjoyed a lot of the guys. I knew some of the guys. Most I did not. That's been a lot of fun, too. We talk about, players, coaches getting to know each other. Same thing with the coaches, and can't wait for us to, a long relationship together.
Yeah, that was Coley's first game experience as NFL head coach. How did that go behind the scenes, like working with on the sideline, Casario in the booth? How did that go?
It went well. You're right. It's David's first time as a head coach, but he's been on the sideline quite a few times. I know I've been on the sideline a lot, and David's been on the sideline more than I have. But when you're prepared, you have an idea of how it's going to go. And again, he had us all prepared for every situation, and that'll be the case each week.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, you can vote now.
It's not on purpose.
Coach Kelly.
Good. How you guys doing?
Tim, could you talk about
Hold on, John.
Tyrod Taylor and Davis Mills?
One more time.
What did you think about how Tyrod Taylor and Davis Mills did in the first game?
Yeah, I thought Tyrod came out and did what we asked him to do, made some good throws. Was able to move the ball. Obviously, we want to get a touchdown in that situation, not a field goal. But he came out and played well, and we were crisp with our operation. Davis came in and kind of saw his first, oh my gosh, this is the NFL moment, right, on that 3-step. Then ran through, he got hit. Came off the field. I'm like, did that hurt? Are you okay? He's like, nah. So he was fine after he took his first hit. But he did good. The whole thing with him is just going to be to accumulate as many reps as possible. Just let him. I mean, he's only had however many, 257 throws or whatever since high school. So just for him to continue to grow and develop, and the more he sees defenses, the more he gets comfortable with our route running, the more improvement we're going to see each and every day.
What about Driscoll?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was pretty clear to see that he's a really good athlete. So, in a couple times that he kept it the other night, he was able to really extend some plays, convert some big first downs for us, especially the one that ended up sealing the game. And I thought you saw some of his arm strength on some of those throws he was able to drive. So, again, just with him, especially just for, continuing to get comfortable and continue to play on time when he's in the pocket.
What do you want to see out of Taylor and Mills against the
Just continue to grow and get better. Obviously, like we're talking Tyrod, go out there and lead an efficient offense. Go down there and take what's given to you and see if we can convert in the red zone. And then with Davis, just continue to cut back on mistakes and don't have any missed throws. I think, going back and watching the tape, there was probably one or two throws in particular that come to mind right now that immediately he would want back. And he's going to make those throws 9 out of 10 times. It just so happened that on that one screen, the ball slipped out of his hand. So to eliminate that, hey, let's get rid of those throws. Let's make those plays. And then again, continue to grow in his patience in the pocket.
You added some new receivers, Brevin at tight end seems like kind of a hybrid guy. I mean, what can you do with these receivers to mix and find the matches you want?
Yeah, that to me is what training camp's for, is to be able to find out like what can these guys do, like what's their skill set, what's going to be best for our team, asking certain players to do certain things. So I still think we're in that process. We definitely have a better idea now than we did however many weeks ago when we started. But when we come out here, we're still trying to kind of mix and match and figure out what's going to be the best, play for this personnel grouping and getting the people in the right spots.
And more you see people across the NFL, even in college, spreading running backs out and things, just using people like that. What is your overall philosophy on that?
Let's see how many players we can put in the best position where they're going to have favorable matchups. So, similar to kind of what we talked about the offensive line last time, like how can we get our best players on the field and put them in a spot to where they're going to be successful. I mean, he's strong. Like you saw the other night, he went up and made some big grabs on the sideline, strong hands, kept the ball away from his defender. He's a big body. He's running well. So Chris is doing a good job. And you see him out here every day spending time with the quarterbacks after practice, which, a lot of times doesn't get talked about. But that's huge with the trust factor between the quarterbacks and the wide receivers at that position. So we're looking for Chris to just continue on his track and come out and play well.
We got a chance to talk to him a couple of times, Chris, and it seems like he has real strong self-awareness. I mean, what do you, like, connecting with him, what have you noticed from him?
Yeah, I mean, he's a pro, right? So he's been around for however many years, been in a couple different schemes, couple different systems. He's very smart, and he's diligent in his preparation. So, I mean, he's as prepared as you can be coming out here, and that allows him to play fast and make plays when the ball comes his way.
What have you learned from Tyrod through these first weeks of camp that maybe you didn't know about him before?
I mean, he is even keel throughout the entire game, throughout highs, lows. It doesn't matter. He's going to be the same guy, and that's a great thing because again, he's never going to lose control in terms of like being too emotional or getting too high or getting too low. So he's very steady. He's very consistent. And again, without having talked to him beforehand, like that was the first thing that kind of comes to mind with that.
Going back to Saturday's game,
Yep.
what did you see from the run game?
I thought up front we did a better job of being physical. I thought you saw some more, in terms of the mindset that we're looking for there. And the backs ran hard. The touchdown run that Scotty had from the 5, he did a good job finishing the run. Ryan Izzo got behind him and ended up kind of aiding him, pushing him, which is kind of something that we're looking to continue to grow on. It was just good to see our ability to be able to finish the game there, running the football with the football as opposed to being able to give it back to them because we couldn't convert in 4 minutes.
It's only the first preseason game with him, but what have you seen from Lindsey now that he's finally
Yeah, he's quick, man. He's a strong runner. He's fast. He doesn't hesitate. When he sees the hole, he sticks his foot in the ground and gets north. So all those backs, they're all doing a great job, and they all have different running styles, which is really good. So, again, just trying to figure out what's going to be best for their skill set and what's going to help us move the football.
Two more, guys.
Go ahead.
Davis's command of the huddle and grasp of the offense.
Yeah, from day one when he got here like that, that's been great. I mean, he's really smart, so he knows what everybody should be doing there. He's in there. He's able to articulate the play call, which sometimes for us can be kind of wordy, especially in some of those situational football spots. He's done a great job in the huddle, communicating all that good stuff.
Last one with Mills. I mean, you mentioned how he had some limitations in college and come up here. It seemed like
I didn't say he had limitations. I just said he didn't throw the ball out.
Not a lot of time playing.
Sure. Yeah.
So when you're seeing him on scenes and stuff, it's things we don't see. Like, how much potential do you see in him?
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy who's big, he's strong, he's smart. He's a better athlete than when you see him kind of walk out here, it kind of looks goofy, right? Especially with that bucket hat, we gotta get that off of him. But he's a better athlete than you would guess by just seeing him on the hoof. He's got a strong arm, he's smart, so it's just going to be reps and just feeling the defense and getting a feel for the speed of the game. And again, I think all rookie quarterbacks have an adjustment to make when it comes to that. But he's doing a good job, preparing and putting in the work and watching the film. And we're pleased with where he's at now. He's got to take another step this week.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
I touched up to you performance in the first game.
Yep.
good start. Definitely excited with the trend we're taking. Always, and you guys know this, but preseason one is just, hey, how much better can we get and how fast can we get to where we need to go? You know what I mean?
What about the returners?
Say that again?
What about the returns? They haven't had a returner around here in ages.
Sure. We have working a deep group. Going to continue to just make competition and create competition at that position. And every single person that gets a chance back there knows, hey, this is a shot to prove myself. It's been good.
Y'all added a couple of features there. I mean, it seems like always with this is about decreasing margin of error for teams, maybe can be the difference. What were some of the objectives y'all had to maybe fine-tune?
Sure, and I think I'm not trying to speak for anybody, but all special teams coaches in the league would say, preseason we want to see who can play with fundamentals. You said win in their single one-on-one matchups, that type of thing. So, when that's really what the evaluation piece is in those games is, hey, who can play fast, physical, and with technique.
What's it like having a guy like Andre Roberts added to the team?
Yeah, very experienced veteran, has a lot of knowledge at the intricacies of the position and the return game, and has been good for the room so far.
Is he the kind of guy that comes in and shares ideas with you a little bit?
Absolutely, every single person. It's I told everybody as soon as we got into the room, like, look, this is a two-way street. We are a collaborative effort to try and get ourselves better, and it's an ego-free room. So that way, hey, if you got an idea, if I got an idea, we'll work and we'll mesh our stuff to get it all right.
What have you thought of the accuracy of John Weeks?
Accuracy of John Weeks been good. Yeah, John has proven himself. Again, just like I said in the first presser, saying everybody's here day one, the next day, just prove yourself each day. That reset mentality every time you step on the football field, he's been good.
Having been around Lovie Smith for a little bit now during camp, someone that experienced, who's kind of been through it all, what does he bring? Just kind of being able to soak up his knowledge and what he's trying to do with his defense.
Guy's been coaching football longer than I've been alive, so I'm going to listen to that guy. Listen, you can't put a price on experience. So if you don't have your rabbit ears up and listening to every single thing when people like Lovie Smith are talking, you're missing an opportunity to grow. And I think everybody on our staff, everybody on our football team can learn from anybody above. And I think Lovie's an ultimate example of that exactly.
Are there benchmarks that you personally like to see from your units, and if so, like what are those for success?
Nope. Yep. The stats and things like that, it might be for people who are reading the paper, but for us, it's about, did we do our job right? Can we get better on the next one, regardless of the outcome? Things that we'll see that might not show up in the paper are a little bit different. Our benchmark is, can we get better on that next rep? So, guys good? Okay. Thanks. See you guys a little bit.
Got to follow the guy with all the juice. You guys got a slow news day today, huh?
Considering the returners you guys have added, could this be the best special teams the Texans have had since you've been here?
Without question, 100%. Our returners are explosive. We got a bunch of really good, savvy vets that block their tails off for those guys and know how dangerous they are when they get the ball in their hands. So I think the return game is going to be pretty special for us this year.
What about the overall?
It means a lot. I think any snapper, when they get into the league, they want to be able to say that they're consistent enough to keep going for a long time. And the fact that the coaching staff and my teammates trust me to go out there and do my job and know I'll do it effectively is incredibly important to me.
John, how special was it when we talked to Kaimi or I asked them about your accuracy and they light up and talking about what you're able to do? How special is that for you? And secondly, are you superstitious about that stuff?
I'm 100% superstitious about that stuff. I don't appreciate you talking about it at all, to be honest. But no, it's fantastic. My job is to make their job as easy as possible for them to be comfortable. And if they light up when you talk about my snaps, then I'm doing my job at a high level, and I'm going to keep doing my job to try to get better. But if they're happy, then I'm happy.
Do you ever sit back and think about how long you've been doing this and how long you lasted and where you came from?
I did. I was with somebody and they sit in front of me. I was doing something and someone said they had a 2000 birthday. So then I realized how old I was, which I thought was insane. But again, I'm happy to be here. I'm incredibly happy to be part of this team. I love the way everything's going right now, and I'm just fortunate enough to be out there and do my job.
With Cam coming in as a new punter, new holder, adapting to that, what are some of the things that you've learned to kind of adapt to what he likes?
Yeah, so Cam, a great punter, strong leg, has all the kicks, might be the shortest punter I've ever snapped to. Most of my guys have been kind of big, so my adjustment, if I'm being 100% honest, was just learning to change the release point a little bit. But it's been a seamless transition. Cam is fantastic to work with. He's a great holder. I think Kaimi's going to have a fantastic year with him as his holder. and I'm looking forward to the season Cam's going to have for us.
John, are you get leaner this year, or did you just get better with the Instagram?
Well,
filters?
I've been seeing photos of you, Seth, and
Yeah.
I've been taking your training regimen into super hard detail with your diet and everything, and it's paid off, I feel like. So one of my, obviously, you know, when you get up in age, one of my focuses this offseason was just to come in good shape, and I was able to do that with the help of you know, Lad Harris for the Texans organization, a great nutritionist that we have here, and working with him on the side, and we were able to get myself down, and you know, I feel great, so I'm happy.
Can you take me through what it takes to lower a snap and like how long that might have taken?
It's a feel thing, if I'm going to be honest with you. You know, it's just a release point. It's just a matter of inches, to be honest. Something that I'm fortunate enough that I got a guy that likes to punt, so we got a lot of work together in the off season, so it was able to come together pretty quickly.
John, does that help you when you're in coverage to be as light?
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%. Being able to get down there and cover with those guys in the interior. You know, we have a fantastic interior vet group of punt players right now that are flying down the field, so I'm just doing my best to keep up and try to be effective in coverage when I'm asked to be there. Whoa!
Speaking of that, John, your approach, preseason game number 1,
Yeah.
you're snapping the ball, still going downfield and making tackles.
Yeah.
How important is that to you?
Incredibly important. You know, there is no preseason for me. You know, the first game is the first game for me. I'm lucky I get to play in all of them. So, you know, I don't look at it as the preseason. I look at it as a regular season. My first game was against the Packers. I did my job to the best of my ability that day. Hopefully the coaches and the coaching staff was happy with it, and I'll continue to do it.
Obviously, you don't want to return it and punts to bring it back that far, but what do you think of having a guy who can tackle out with Camaro back there?
Oh, with Cam, I've heard he actually hit him pretty well. I haven't seen the video, so to me it's all circumstantial right now. But whenever I see the video of Cam taking out Camaro, I'll be impressed. But you know, if you watch the tape, anytime Cam punts the ball, he's one of the first guys down there in coverage. He's again a fantastic punter, great athlete, and expect big things to him.
John, a couple more. As someone that's been here longer than anyone, what is it like for you to, you know, deal with all the turnover and like almost everyone that was here when you got here, you know, well, everyone is gone. What is that like for you?
Yeah, it's different every year, you know, and obviously with the turnover this year and the job that Nick and his staff have done with the roster, it's been great though. You know, a lot of new faces, but a lot of guys that have the same kind of drive. All the goals are the same. Everything is, you know, we're all about team first. We're all about making each other better, doing what's best for the team and each other. That's why the practices out here they're hard, but everyone's getting better with it, and we all enjoy each other's company.
You've seen the culture change through different regimes, players, locker room, all that stuff. How does it feel to you with this group?
Everything's going great right now. I think, you know, obviously it's a day-by-day thing, right? Everything's got to keep going in the right direction, but we have a great group of veteran players, a great group of young players, guys that are hungry, they work their tails off. And when you have that and you have a group of guys striving for the same goal, you're going to push each other, and it's going to work out for the best. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Thanks, John. Thank you. Thanks, John.
Cool, guys.
What's up, everybody?
How have things changed for you, if at all, continuing to work with John, but obviously new special teams coach?
Yeah, I've been liking the way things are going a lot through training camp, especially you know, getting the operation right, getting my tempo right. You know, a lot of it just focusing on myself and then trusting other guys around me to do their job, and they always do. So I'm looking forward to the season a lot.
What's it like working with Cameron, getting in downs, holds to field goals? I mean, what have you all kind of approached from kind of the new one?
Yeah, Cam's been awesome. He's very attention to detailed, which is all you can ask for in a kicker, you know. And you know, John puts it on the spot every time, and you know, I trust them. It's a hard thing when you are a kicker and you're worried about the snap and hold, and that's not been the case with me. And I just got to worry about my technique and putting him through the uprights.
It's the second time you've had a different punter come in since you did your third one you worked with. Has that helped you have that change happen before to get ready for this one?
Yeah, most guys, you know, in the past have, you know, been the same. They all work hard, and Cam's no different. You know, treats you every day like, you know, it's important. So that's all you can ask for, and yeah, like I said, looking forward to the year.
Kylie, how amazing is John Lee's accuracy?
He's second to none for sure. It doesn't go unnoticed on my part. You know, snapping and holding can be one of the most thankless jobs in the NFL. But you know, I don't think, you know, he treats his job as serious as the next guy. So I appreciate him a lot, and you know, he happy to have him.
Are you guys not superstitious about talking about that stuff?
Not me. No. Definitely not.
In the off season to now, like, has there been any different way you've approached and maybe found some things to work on to better your craft?
Yeah, I just focus on my eyes right now, where my eyes are on my swing and swinging in to out, and that's been the focus for me.
What do you mean by eyes swinging in and out?
Just like where my eyes are at contact. It's like little things, like swing thoughts.
Where do you have them?
On the ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
talk about how much you've grown in the last couple of years?
Yeah. Yeah, it's always a learning process, continuing to learn. We got a bunch of new coaches in here who have different perspectives, and I'm learning a lot from them. Coach Frank and Coach Sean, for sure. You know, kickoffs, every little thing I try to continue to learn and get better at my craft.
What are the challenges of adjusting to those new perspectives?
Challenges?
Or if that's the right word.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's different and is learning to work with new people and try to be the best version of myself. You know, I can't control other people. I just control my attitude and my work ethic and go from there. Yeah, he's been, I mean, he's puts on a show out there for sure. And punting and his leg strength. He's got that Aussie strength, so it's fun to watch. Cool. Yep.
I mean, what he was selling with the guys that got down here, the speed on the outside. I mean, it's incredible to come down and then be able to work with John and Kaimi. It's, I mean, it's a good time to be down here.
Are you familiar with the Australian connection at the University of Houston?
Yes, yeah, Dane Roy. Yeah, well, he was there. He just finished not long ago. Yeah, and Lane there now. So you know, I know them quite well. They all went through the same program together. So yeah, Dane had a good career there. He was really good. So
you know those guys?
Yeah, we went through the similar program, and then we all stay in touch over here to help each other out. So
is there a bit of a community to plug into with that around
Pardon?
here? So is there like a bit of a community to plug into around that?
Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, I've hung out with him a few times, got punting with him. There seems like there's a guy from Texas as well. He's an Australian guy as well, so we all try and stay close. So.
Hey, what was the first time you punted in football, and how did you kind of get into American football?
That'd be a while ago now. I think it was 2010 I decided to do it. There's a program in Australia, Pro Kick Australia, run by Nathan Chapman. So just went down there, did it with him. Within a year, he was able to get me to Ohio State. Played 4 years there. So incredible program, being able to get you over here. So.
Yeah, you've worked with several kickers now.
Yeah.
How do you approach that? Because I know it can take like really detailed.
Yeah, and whatever the kicker wants. Yeah, I mean, you're just doing your job to make the kicker's life as easy as possible. So, yeah, I mean, you just whatever they need, you make sure you get it done. So.
What is he like?
Oh, he's pretty simple. He's good. He just likes to get the ball down. He just likes to hammer it. And you see it out there. He hits the ball really well. So.
What have you thought of the accuracy of John Reitz?
He's incredible. Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. That guy, he's an incredible snapper. So, I mean, being able to get to work with him, it's pretty impressive just seeing what he does and his attention to detail every day. So, I think it's, I mean, it can show why he's been in the league so long and he's still, I mean, one of the top three, in the NFL doing it. So.
Have these guys ever asked you about your hit on Alvin Kamara?
Pardon?
These guys ever bring up your hit on Alvin Kamara?
No, that was a while ago now. So yeah, all good.
Is there any special teams units always seem to be so really detail oriented? Do you guys try and like time things and get things down? I mean, where?
Yeah, that's you do. I mean, it's the whole this time right now and then leading up to it. You're just doing as much work as possible to make everyone feel comfortable with the operation. It happens so quickly, so you just got to make sure you're on top of it and ready to roll. So.
Are y'all nearing like the time y'all want to be?
Oh yeah, no, we're feeling good. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's just got to keep 1% better every day type of thing. So yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.